Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here, and this is going to be our first account review on the channel for our very first member of the channel, Mayu as well. Thank you so much for supporting us financially. This is video and this effort is me giving back to you. I just want to say a quick thanks for trusting our channel as well. But anyways, he has been gracious enough to pass me the account, and let's talk about where I think you can actually focus on and what you can do from here. Two things he wants me to focus on. Doesn't want Zhu Yuan, plans to get Miyabi in future, plays with a fire team of Ellen, Lycan, Sokaku, and a ice team of those three, and fire team of Soldier 11, Lucy, as well as Collider. Now this is like a dream for a lot of free-to-play players out there. He told me that he's not free-to-play, he actually does spend a little bit of money on the game, and already has C1 Ellen together with Deep Sea Visitor as well. Soldier 11 is C2, Cinema 2, and Brimstone using her signature 2. We're going to just talk about a bit about how to progress, but let's just see the overall account state. Shiyu defense here is one of the endgame modes. Currently level 39 means your characters are capped off at level 40. Pushing S all the way to 9, can't seem to clear the final node yet. In this final one, might also be because I think it's possible to definitely clear. Might be the challenging part about this robot. For those of you who haven't seen like the robot mechanics guide, check it out on the channel. That is very, very useful, especially if you're struggling in the first half. I think Friday Energize is like the harder part, but should be not a problem to at least clear. You definitely have the DPS. I managed to push in even when here was B, here was B. So definitely DPS is not the problem. Probably just a mechanics check. Otherwise, Halo Zero here progressing quite well as well, pushing through most of the stuff in the game. I just checked these two because this is like the end game modes to see how it's going. Next up, let's take a look at the usage of energy. So far here, used most of the energy already. I think this is like a small amount of energy usage. Use up most batteries to get to 39. Once you hit level 40, I think that's when your characters will get a massive spike, so you can push your characters up. Now let's just see your savings rate here. What is your overall account health? How much have you pre-farmed? Okay, you have tons of senior investigation logs. This is very good. You roughly take around 70-ish to hit level 50. So this is probably around 4 characters taken to level 50. My recommendation for you, your account, is actually to take up your main DPS to 50-50. That will take up like 140 of your pink purple ones. The rest of your 4 characters, don't push them up to 50. Take them up to 45. The reason why you take them up to 45 is so that you can just unlock the next tier of skill enhancements, which requires you to have 45. If I'm not wrong, this node over here also is at 45. There is no clear significant value to push them up to 50, especially if they are not the main damage dealer. And that way, you kind of like pre-farm everything very nicely already. So you don't have to like worry and stress about that. You can instead shift your attention to farming more drive days. I'll talk about that in a moment. So first feedback, 50-50, 45-45, 45-45 will be the best way to move forward. And let's see what else you have pre-farmed for them. Have you at least farmed the W engine materials here and the character ascension? So you have a lot of EXE mats to take it up. You have agent promotion, not yet. So you haven't pre-farmed any of the agent promotions, which is fine. The inefficiency is quite significant also. At this point, I think what I would recommend you do is find and complete, like farm a bit more of these gear. I won't mind you like farming a little bit, or because you already have like 1 mil in Danny's here, you can farm this one if you're looking for more efficiency. We have another video that talks about level 40 efficiency. In a nutshell, EXP materials, Danny's are very, very good to farm if you are farming in advance. But since you are practically almost at 40, I would actually recommend you farm some gear, these gear nodes in this domain over here for this cleanup. Let me just see what else are you running on your characters. Have you completed like their sets? So you're running like a 4-piece puffer electro for that pen without damage increase. I actually would recommend you shift towards an ice set. Ice set is actually pretty decent here. Unfortunately, you will get the anomaly set, which you don't need on this account because you're not playing any anomaly characters at all. Instead, you probably can focus on just tuning the ice set. I think the ice set works a lot better for Ellen because let's see whether you have at least one of it here, so I can just show you. If you don't have it here, let's move into the cleanup, and I can share with you directly what it does. It's all the way towards the right. So the ice set is very strong for Ellen because she increases her basic attack and dash attack by 20%, which is pretty much most of a kit. When the shatter part is nice, but what you want is the damage increase. Why is this important? Is because it synergizes with Ellen's entire kit. If you look at the W engine Deep Sea Visitor, increases her ice damage by 25%, but when you basic attack, you get 10% crit. When you're dealing ice damage, you get additional 10% with her dash attack. That's like the shark bite. So you get massive amounts of crit already from here, and you're pretty much going to be basic attacking and dash attacking a lot in her overall like kit. Out damage for this pen is nice to have, but not essential. This is like way worse than the ice set. So I highly recommend you switch this entire thing over to a 4-piece ice. The pen ratio, I can see here that, for example, your collator is not really well built. You can shift some of the gear over, like maybe move some pieces from collator over to Ellen, from Ellen to collator. It's not the best, but at least you optimize your DPS first, and then your collator has at least some levels on this gear. So main stats are good, but here they are all level 0, so I don't really like it too much. I rather you have like some of these leveled up, but we'll talk about that in a bit. So first things first, main thing to focus on, you want to switch to a ice set as much as you can. You're using crit damage, crit rate, this is correct. This is a nice piece to have with a 2-piece crit rate. No problem with the 2-piece crit rate here. Ice damage bonus is right. You have attack percentage here is correct. For this account, probably I would say you could consider sniping an ice damage bonus once you hit 40 with the ability to choose what main stat that you want. You can snipe an ice damage bonus on an S tier ice set because you are decently equipped on this account, as you are not a free-to-play player too. Attack percentage, convert this over, is correct. Your main stats are fine so far. So nothing wrong with Ellen, 7777. With almost pre-farmed as well for going up. No issues with your Ellen. Your Soldier 11 is using... Oh, what's this? Why is it empty? So, yeah, you have one here. Maybe you unequip it by accident. So with this, this is correct. Attack percentage, you could do with fire damage bonus, but for the early to mid game, doesn't really matter too much since you get most of this here. You're playing a pure fire team, so you are probably able to proc burning a little bit here for this enhanced crit rate, so no issues there. Unfortunately, don't really like crit damage too much on Soldier 11. Soldier 11 doesn't really get too much crit damage. I would actually prefer like crit rate on Soldier 11 because you are relying a lot on this burning for the most part. I guess you haven't found any that is like... Oh, you do have one crit rate. I actually would consider shifting the crit rate for Soldier 11 because her signature gear over here also doesn't give her crit rate, and she does get here, but it's only like 15%. In the early game, I think crit rate is more important. Ellen is a whole different story because she gets a lot of crit damage. So tip number 1, I think I will change this to crit rate. Attack percentage is fine for early game because no point min-maxing and finding the correct one. Attack percentage here for position 6 is fine too. I would actually take this up a little bit more if you can, but you do have one here, so you can just switch to this one. This is a very nice crit rate, crit damage. He did allow me to actually make some adjustments, the minor ones. I don't think there's going to be anything wrong with this. So what I'll do is actually I will just shift this up real quick because this is a pretty decent piece. So I would just check for what it opens. It opens pen. And why this is good is because you are playing Soldier 11 on field as a main DPS, might take some damage. Having a little bit more HP, unlocking the last slot is definitely very good value. Normally, I play very low amounts of HP, like 3, 6, and the defense slot I only have like 3 or 6. So this is like quite a bit of wasted stats. I would much rather you like put this on collator instead, and I will just switch this, for example, to here. And collator, okay, collator's not using this, but let me just use this here since it's stats anyway. So focus mostly on the offensive pieces as you have over here, and then your defensive pieces actually you just need like 3 or 6. Other than that, you can quick dodge most of it. Because a lot of these resources can be put into your supports. Like collator here is like completely level 0 everything, which is not ideal for a stun character. Your Lycan also almost 0 for everything, which is quite tough. You have the main stat impact percentage, you have HP here, you have pen ratio is okay. I guess because you couldn't find anything else. HP is decent also for Lycan because he's going to be on field quite a bit of times. But yeah, other than that, I think your supports need a huge amount of changes. Maybe you're scared to amend them because you think that once you go over to the S tier ones, you will start to replace a lot of this gear and stuff. But 80% of the resources that you invest in these lower level ones, you actually get back. So I don't actually think it's a huge waste for the most part. Okay, let me see what else I can do to help you. You have one over here that is level 12, so I can shift this over here to get more pen for your characters. Energy regen 12 here, whereas you have impact percentage here. I actually will put a double ice here, so you make use of whatever you have already keyed in. Collator here, I will put the energy regen, so at least you get some stats on your characters. And for here, I will want to change one of these energy regen ones to impact percentage. So I probably will change this one. What do you have here? Defense. You have pen ratio. Might as well take some pen. And anything else that you have leveled up but didn't put on. You have an ice set here that you are not using. Which... Okay, that's the tricky part, I guess. Because you have one full gear that is leveled up, but you're not using it, I think. I'll probably put it on her. Yeah, you don't even have anything on Sokaku. So I would actually be interested to put one of these on Sokaku. So attack percentage is nice, but you have a massive attack amount here already. Flat stats in the early game matter a lot more. So since you have it leveled up, you might as well put it here. And this attack percentage, 10%, I would rather switch it out if I could to something else. You have an energy one here. So this one, I will switch to this. Do you have another ice? You have another ice. This is impact percentage here. This energy regen. So I'll switch it around here. For impact percentage on your Lycan, energy regen for Sokaku. 2 double ice with a 4-piece here looks pretty fine so far. So just fixing the account. And let's see Lucy. Lucy is attack. Yep, that's fine. You have attack percentage here, which is fine too. HP. Yeah, support characters don't really need too much. This one, do you have another energy regen or something? Okay, that's the best that you can do. Alright, so no issues so far. Okay, the first recommendation that I have, I think how I will invest in is, firstly, I would definitely put in some investment in Collator. Not too much, I'm not going to spend too much resources. First, I'll just take it up to 6. Just only need to take it up to 6. So just by investing a small amount of resource, you actually increase the damage by a lot. You get 2 rolls. It's nice that it turned out pretty decent. And this one, maybe not as important, pen ratio. You have a good amount of impact percentage here. But the next part that I want to invest in is HP percentage. I suspect that you will probably suffer a little bit with lack of HP. So get some HP up here for Collator. Unlock 2 slots. This is like super efficient to do. Stun characters are the very, very important ones to get your defensive one up, because they're going to be on field like most of the time. So I probably will like leave it at around here, because I don't want to put in too much investment into a defensive piece. And Lycan needs more of this. Let's see whether you have anything. Am I missing out? Nope. So this is your best option. You can go all the way to 9 here. Now, we have most of your characters fixed out. Let's look at the W engines. 40 here. Lycan is at 40. 40, 40. I remember I checked those. How about the supports? Bashful Demon's correct. 40 as well. And if any of you who are watching this video and you want to know like what main stat to use, what gear and what not, why am I checking exactly, you can check out the build guides that we have on the channel already. I think you'll find it like quite interesting too. So alright, so we have 6 characters well built. Now what I want to do now is of course go in and test here, but I don't want to bore you with my bunga, so I'm actually going to just show you the combat, how I'm going to change this. But first things first, I want to make one change to the keyboard and mouse settings. I'll hopefully remember to change it back. So I want to add this, since there's nothing here, so I'll just put it as this button here. I always like to do this changes, and I will go in and test it out. We can see what's the damage looking like. I won't narrate through it. Let's just bunga through the whole thing and see how it goes. See you guys in a short while.
れでも食らいな。烈火不滅。全力でさあ燃やしましょう。銀龍やあよっよし反撃する。おお貧弱な炎よ我に従え。やった反撃する。悪かね。やったこれでも食らいな。烈火不滅。さあ燃やしましょう。やあ任務続行。はあやっポンズフリー。引き続き警戒を。反撃する。くらえハンマー。邪魔しないで。私が勝つ。
安心してください。食らいなさい。
お手伝いに来たよ。見てて。じゃあね。
エレン、交代しました。
もらい。回って回って。
仰せのままに。
じっと見ないで。はいはい、続けます。めんどい。めんどい。
ただいま。
バイバイ。
いくよ
汚れを排除しな
じっと見ないで。はあ、おかえりなさいませ、ご主人様。
今です。食らいなさい。
分かったよ、ボス。
イエスマスター。
いい噛み合わせ。
全部ぶっ飛ばせ。
So yeah, I think it looks actually pretty good. We were only 50 seconds, I think, off of S, or was it like 1 minute and 50 seconds? Can't exactly remember. Now I think it's like 50 seconds. So once you level up to level 50, you probably will be able to push beyond. My slow hands, of course, maybe if you have faster hands than me, you probably will be able to hit the timing better. But I think there's no issue with your team so far. Keep doing what you're doing, you probably will be there. The main issues we talked about at the start of the video probably are going to help you out a bit more. Once you make those changes, I think you should see quite good value. In terms of like prioritizing which character to build, I would say focus on these two, Soldier 11 as well as Ellen. Collider, I'm also a bit rusty on her. I have to read her kit a bit more before I make my build guide videos. That's why you can see the start was a bit rusty with Collider. But Lycan definitely needs a lot more investment. He is quite under-invested generally. His skills here, you have the skills up, but because of the lack of gearing, it is a bit detrimental. And the thing is now, your account actually is very, very strong. You can progress Shiyu Frontier all the way deeper. The question is, do you want to wait for 45 so you can get the next tier of nodes up from this cleanup one? It's really dependent on your preference. I have a video on the channel already, like when to farm. In that video, I actually talked about why 40 might actually be a better idea to start farming this. But up to you, depends on your priority as well, depends on what you want. If I were you, I will focus specifically on the fire set here. This one, this Fang Metal, because you get this attack percentage set. Oh, sorry, not this Fang Metal. Where's the fire set? I hardly farm fire. I don't play fire on my account. But this one probably is the most efficient for you. So you farm a Fang Metal. This offset, you can just run it as a 2-piece on your impact characters. But please don't run a 4-piece. It's not super good, this Puffer Electro. You're mainly looking for the 2-piece because out damage bonus for 4-piece, you're negating a lot of damage. So I would farm this one as well as the Sharp Fang and Blunt Axe. You can tune the Polar Metal if you don't want to farm this. I understand that you don't really like Anomaly Mastery because you don't play like with Grace, you don't play with Piper. So it's fine. Tune this, like churn everything into ice damage bonus and farm the fire set. I think that would be the best recommendation. The downside to this, not playing anomalies, of course, you don't get to roll everything and tune everything into Woodpecker Electro, which is also super good. So resource allocation, that's how I will actually allocate for your specific account. Every account is like probably different. And yeah, I think once you hit level 50, you probably should be able to push beyond. Farm for your agent materials once you turn 40. It's more efficient after you turn 40. Which you probably will tomorrow or the day after already. And if you found this video helpful, I think it is very good to go and check out the other guides on our channel. We talk about boss mechanics. If any of you who are wondering how do I actually know when the boss is going to attack, I talk about my boss mechanics there already. This number here can definitely be way faster. As you can see, I'm like much more familiar with the Ice team because I play it on my own account here. I hardly play with Collider even through CBT 1, 2, and 3 like 2 years ago. But it is what it is. Hope you found this video helpful. Hope you find it insightful. And Mayu, thank you again so so much for being our first member of the channel, and hope you appreciate what we have done here, the tips that we have for you as well. And thank you guys so much for watching again. Do consider joining us as a member of the channel. I can't do this for everyone, but I'll try my best to the best of my ability. And thank you guys so much for watching. See you next video.